Welcome. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey, not across the wild savannas or deep oceans, but through the vibrant and diverse tapestry of human civilization that blankets the continent of North America. This vast landmass, stretching from the frozen Arctic to the tropical jungles, is home to a remarkable collection of nations, each with its own unique story, its own heart, its own emblem of identity. For each of the 23 sovereign states that constitute this continent, we will explore its seat of power, the capital city, and admire the national flag. Our journey begins in the far north, in the second largest country on Earth, Canada, a land of immense natural beauty, from the rugged peaks of the Rockies to the sprawling boreal forests and the icy expanse of the Arctic. Its wilderness is legendary, and it is also home to vibrant, multicultural cities. At the heart of this vast federation lies its capital, Ottawa. Situated on the banks of the Ottawa River in the province of Ontario here, the grand Gothic Revival architecture of the Parliament building stands as a proud symbol of the nation's democratic traditions. The Canadian flag, affectionately known as the maple leaf, is a simple yet powerful emblem. A single, stylized red maple leaf with 11 points sits at the center of a white square, flanked by two vertical red bars. The red symbolizes sacrifice, the white represents peace and the vast snow-covered landscapes of the north. We travel south now to the most populous nation in North America, the United States of America. A country of immense scale and diversity, its geography spans from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Arid deserts, fertile plains, towering mountain ranges, and subtropical shores. It is a nation built on an idea, the promise of liberty and opportunity, with a complex history of expansion, conflict, and innovation. The nation's capital is Washington, D.C., a federal district created to be the seat of government. The White House, the Capitol Building, the Lincoln Memorial. History is palpable on every corner. The flag of the United States, the Stars and Stripes, is a vivid chronicle of the nation's growth. 50 stars for the states, 13 stripes for the original colonies, red for hardiness and valor, white for purity and innocence, blue for vigilance, perseverance, and justice. It is a flag carried into battle, planted on the moon and draped over its heroes. Our journey continues southward, crossing the Rio Grande into the vibrant and culturally rich nation of Mexico. This is a land of ancient civilizations, the Maya, the Aztec. Its landscapes are as diverse as its history, from the sun-drenched beaches of the Yucatan to the volcanic peaks of the Central Highlands. In the heart of the country lies Mexico City, built upon the ruins of the ancient Aztec capital, Tenochtitlan, one of the oldest and largest capitals in the Americas. The Zocalo, flanked by the Metropolitan Cathedral and the National Palace, embodies the confluence of religious and secular power. The Mexican flag is a vertical tricolor of green, white, and red. At its center, the coat of arms depicts a golden eagle perched on a prickly pear cactus devouring a rattlesnake, an image derived from an Aztec legend. The green for hope in the land, the white for unity and faith, the red for the blood of national heroes. The emblem links modern Mexico to its ancient roots. Alright, so, we now venture into the heart of Central America, beginning with Guatemala, a country of breathtaking natural beauty and profound indigenous culture. Known as the land of eternal spring, dominated by volcanoes and dense rainforests, with ancient Mayan cities like Tikal. Its capital, Guatemala City, is a sprawling metropolis set in a mountain valley, a gateway to the Mayan heartland. To the east, nestled between Mexico and Guatemala on the Caribbean coast, lies Belize, the only Central American country with English as the official language and famed for the Belize Barrier Reef. Its capital, Belmopan, a small planned city established after hurricane devastation, reflects a forward-looking administrative hub. The flag is intricate, a royal blue field edged with red and a coat of arms that depicts diverse peoples and the mahogany tree. As we keep going down the skinny land bridge of Central America, we get to El Salvador. It's the smallest country here, but lots of people live in a small space. Volcanic mountains, Pacific beaches, coffee farms, a nation of resilience rebuilding after earthquakes and conflict. San Salvador is the economic, governmental, and cultural epicenter. Our path now leads us to Honduras, a country whose rugged terrain and deep waters earned its name. It boasts a long Caribbean coastline and the magnificent Mayan ruins of Copan. The capital, Tegucigalpa, is a sprawling, chaotic city, a place of colonial churches and modern office buildings with urban challenges and a pleasant mountain climate. The Honduran flag is a triband of blue and white, The 5 stars represent the original member states of the Central American Federation. We now arrive in Nicaragua, a land of lakes and volcanoes. Lake Nicaragua is so large it even contains freshwater sharks. Managua, the capital, was largely destroyed by a massive earthquake in 1972 and later developed into a decentralized modern city. The flag's blue bands represent the oceans, white for peace. The coat of arms shows a triangle, 5 volcanoes, a rainbow, and a Phrygian cap. Our journey takes us to Costa Rica, renowned for environmental preservation and pura vida. No army since 1949 investing in education and healthcare. Its capital is San Jose. The Costa Rican flag features 5 stripes, blue for sky and opportunity, white for peace and wisdom, red for bloodshed for freedom. The coat of arms appears on the state flag. At the southern tip of Central America sits Panama, the physical and economic bridge between 2 continents. The Panama Canal revolutionized global trade. Panama City juxtaposes futuristic towers and the historic Casco Viejo. The flag's quarters and stars reflect political balance, blue for liberals, red for conservatives, white for peace. The stars symbolize purity and authority. From Guatemala's highlands to Panama's canal, these nations form a rich and varied region. Each capital, each flag, a story of people, place, and history. We now leave the mainland and venture into the turquoise waters of the Caribbean Sea, arriving first in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, an archipelago of hundreds of islands and thousands of cays. Famous for pristine beaches and vibrant marine life, Nassau on New Providence is the bustling capital and cruise stop. The Black Triangle represents the vigor of the people, aquamarine for the crystal-clear waters, gold for the sun and natural resources. Just south of Florida lies Cuba, the largest island in the Caribbean, a nation of vintage cars, fine cigars, revolutionary history, and an irresistible culture. Havana feels frozen in time. Colonial-era buildings, grand plazas, and the Malecón, a living room along the sea where habaneros talk, fish, and dream. The Cuban flag, the Estrella Solitaria, features 3 blue stripes, 2 white stripes, and a red triangle with a lone white star, a symbol of liberty and sacrifice. Our Caribbean tour continues to Jamaica, the land of wood and water, lush mountains, waterfalls, and a culture that gave the world reggae. The capital, Kingston, is a city of rhythm and resilience. The flag's diagonal gold cross with green and black triangles symbolizes sun, hope, and strength. We now turn to the western side of Hispaniola, Haiti, the world's first black-led republic, born from a successful slave rebellion. Its culture is spiritual and deeply artistic. Port-au-Prince lies on a bay and has endured immense hardship, including the devastating 2010 earthquake. Yet its resilient spirit remains. The flag's blue and red reflect the people and their unity. The coat of arms features a palm and a liberty cap flanked by cannons. Sharing Hispaniola with Haiti is the Dominican Republic, a land of beautiful beaches, green mountains, and deep historical roots. Santo Domingo is the oldest European-founded city in the Americas still inhabited. Its culture pulses with merengue and bachata. The country also produces world-class baseball talent. The flag's white cross divides the field into blue and red quarters, symbolizing freedom and valor. Uniquely, its coat of arms includes an open Bible with the verse, "And the truth shall make you free." From coral cays to grand colonial cities, the Greater Antilles and the Bahamas offer landscapes and histories as varied as their peoples. Our journey now takes us to the Lesser Antilles, a chain of smaller islands curving down the eastern Caribbean. We begin with St. Kitts and Nevis, the smallest sovereign state in the Western Hemisphere. Historic sugar plantations and fortresses like Brimstone Hill mark its past. Basseterre, the capital, remains a charming administrative hub. The flag features green for fertile land, red for struggle, black for heritage, yellow for sunshine, and 2 white stars for the 2 islands. Sailing paradise Antigua claims a different sandy beach for every day of the year. Nelson's Dockyard tells its maritime story. Barbuta's pink sands and a frigate bird sanctuary complement Antigua's St. John's, a colorful capital and market town. The flag depicts a rising sun over blue and white bands, black for African ancestry, blue for hope, white for beaches, and a red V for victory. The Nature Isle, Dominica, lush rainforests, boiling lake, 365 rivers, and the Kalinago people who preserve pre-Columbian heritage. Roseau is modest but vibrant. The green flag, cross stripes and central Cicero parrot reflect the island's biodiversity and its 10 parishes. St. Lucia, nicknamed Helen of the West Indies, is famed for the pitons. Castries sits in a deep natural harbor as a gateway to its beauty. The blue represents sky and sea. White and black triangles symbolize harmony between races. Gold stands for sunshine and prosperity. The emblem evokes the Pitons, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, volcanic main island and a chain of idyllic Grenadine cays, a playground for yachts. Kingstown is a lively port. The flag's gold band symbolizes Grenadine's sands and central gems represent the many islands and a V for Vincent. Easternmost in the Caribbean is Barbados, a coral island with fine white sand beaches, colonial heritage and the birthplace of rum. Bridgetown is a UNESCO World Heritage Port. The flag's broken trident head symbolizes the nation's break from its colonial past. The blues are sea and sky, gold the beaches. Grenada, the Isle of Spice, is known for nutmeg, mace, cinnamon, and a lush interior with crater lakes and waterfalls. St. George's is famously picturesque. The flag's red border symbolizes courage. The 6 stars are the parishes. The nutmeg emblem honors the island's signature crop. Our grand tour concludes with Trinidad and Tobago, a twin-island nation of explosive carnival, steel pan music, and a multicultural society blending African, Indian, European, and Chinese heritage. Port of Spain is the administrative and financial center. The economy is driven by oil and gas, yet culture and carnival define its soul. The flag's red represents the land and people's vitality, black for dedication and unity, white for the sea and equality. From tiny island states to bustling capitals, these nations together complete the southern and eastern reaches of North America, each capital and flag an emblem of history, hope, and identity.